Hello bookworms! Today I'm going to be doing my June TBR video. So I'm not gonna lie, I had a terrible reading month in May, like probably one of the worst reading months that I've ever had in my life. I'm almost 400 hours into Animal Crossing, so that's why. With that being said, I feel like I finally got into a point where I'm very happy with my island layout. Like there are a couple more things that I want to do, but I don't think that I need to spend as much time in there every single day. I really want to try to focus more on reading in June, especially as like things are kind of coming to the point where they might reopen, and I want to take advantage of the last like month that I'm gonna have at home and hopefully blow through a bunch of my TBR. The books that I have planned are actually kind of ambitious considering that I haven't really been reading that much, but I am confident that June is gonna be my month. Starting off with a lack of confidence, the first thing that I'm gonna do is finish reading The Dragon Reborn by Robert Jordan. I'm actually starting this book today. It's Memorial Day weekend, so my goal is to have it finished before June starts, but just judging on how little time I've spent reading, I am not certain that I will do that, so I imagine I'm gonna need to finish this one in June. I was supposed to read this during the month of May for Medievalathon, and I'm actually buddy reading it with Jess from Stars Above Jess, which I mentioned prior, and sorry Jess that I've been a horrible buddy reader. I really just like have been in the worst slump, but I'm excited. I'm hoping that this will be the book that will kind of like get me back into things since I've been loving The Wheel of Time so much. This is the third book in the series. I still have a long way to go, but I really loved books 1 and 2, and I'm excited to see what's gonna happen in book 3. Next on my TBR is a book that needs no explanation, and that is The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes by Suzanne Collins. I'm actually gonna be reading this as part of a book club that I'm in, and I'm really excited to do so. I was planning on reading it anyway, but now I'm glad that I'm gonna have like a whole bunch of people to discuss it with as I'm reading it. This is the prequel novel that just came out to the Hunger Games trilogy, and it's following President Snow, and I really don't know much else about it. Thankfully, I have been so far away from the internet, except for like traveling to other islands in Animal Crossing, so I have not gotten spoiled at all for this book yet. I definitely want to read it very early on, just because I know that spoilers will get out there the longer that I wait to actually read it. I don't know anyone's opinions on it yet. I've seen a couple of reading vlogs pop up, but I haven't watched them because I just don't want to know. Future Kristen here to say that I am indeed reading The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, but even more exciting, I wasn't sure if the announcement was going to go up by the time this video is out, but I'm actually going to be hosting a book club over on Jordan Danae's Discord group. It's going to be the Sartorial Geek Book Club, and for the first pick we decided to go with The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes because so many people are looking forward to reading it, and we figured a lot of people will want to jump out and buy this one instead of kind of waiting on it. And we're going to make it a monthly book club, so we're going to have a pick each month, and there's going to be a channel in the Discord and threads for each week so that you guys can discuss spoilers. So if you want to join that, I'll link down below to the Sartorial Geek, to the blog, to Jordan's website, all of the things so that you can follow her everywhere because she is amazing. And I hope that you guys will join us. I'm really excited to read this one. Next, I want to pick up All the Stars and Teeth by Adeline Grace. This is a YA fantasy novel that came out earlier this year, and I've been hearing such great things about it, especially recently, and I really want to give it a shot. It's about pirates, and I know that there are mermaids, and I'm quite excited. I really like the cover of the second book as well, not that that has anything to do with what I'm saying. And in this book, we're following a character named Amora, and Amora is the heir to the throne, but she needs to conquer soul magic, which is a power that I guess needs to have in order to secure the throne. Everyone else has the choice of which magic they want, but she does not. And while she's trying to figure out her powers, she makes a deal with a mysterious pirate, and the deal is that he will help prove that she's fit to rule the kingdom if she can help him reclaim his lost magic. And it's just like an adventure on a pirate ship, and there are vengeful mermaids along the way and legendary monsters, and I think there's some trouble with a stowaway on board. Sounds excellent, and I'm so excited to read it. Then another YA fantasy, I want to continue on and read book 3 in the Beautiful Creature series, or sorry, in the Castor Chronicles. This book is called Beautiful Chaos, and it's just going to continue the story of Lena and Ethan. I really enjoyed the first 2 books. I started reading them earlier this year, and I thought they were really fun, so I'm really looking forward to reading this one and then finishing the series before the end of the year. It takes place in a southern Gothic town, and I find the magic to be really interesting. There's a lot of lore with all of the families that are involved as being casters, and I've really grown to enjoy some of the characters. I think their interactions are really entertaining, so I'm looking forward to finding out what's going to happen to all of them next. Then, just to mix things up a bit, I want to read Love Her or Lose Her by Tessa Bailey. This is the second book in the Hot and Hammered series. The first one was Fix Her Up, and I really enjoyed that one. Part of what I really liked about the first book is that it took place on Long Island, which is where I grew up. So I'm very much looking forward to reading the second one, which also takes place on Long Island. I have heard that a lot of people didn't enjoy this one as much as they liked the first one, but my friend Alexa thinks that she actually liked it more than the first one, so that bodes pretty well. We're following two characters in here who were high school sweethearts, and they're having some marital issues, and it's about them trying to work through those issues and make their marriage work. Normally isn't what I tend to go for, but I did really like the first one, and it's got Long Island going for it, so I'm excited to see what I think about it. I think it'll be something fun and quick and just like a nice palate cleanser before I get into the next book I'm going to share. And that is Words of Radiance by Brandon Sanderson. This is the second book in the Stormlight Archive series. I read the first one recently and I just completely fell in love with the characters and the world and the magic. It's like absolutely incredible. The ending of book one was so exciting that I'm just dying to find out what's gonna happen. I feel like the beginning was a little bit slow, but all of that buildup and exposition was completely worth it to get to the point where we got to. It feels like now the story can like really get going, and I know that that was necessary because it's going to be a 10-book series, but I'm so excited to have this one to read, and the fourth one's coming out in November, so I really want to catch up before then. I highly doubt that I will be finishing this book in June, but I definitely want to start it and read like hopefully at least half of it if possible. The one thing that I will say is that the characters on the cover I have found to be a little bit confusing because the first one had Dalinar on the cover for sure. Like despite it following the three perspectives, it followed Kaladin, Dalinar, and Shallan primarily. It mostly felt like Kaladin's book, and now this book is called Words of Radiance, but judging on that last book, I would think that this one would be more Shallan heavy, but that is definitely Kaladin on the cover. So I wonder why they are choosing the characters that they are, unless I'm totally wrong here and this will continue to be more about Kaladin, but I feel like we need more time with Dalinar and Shallan. We'll see. So those are all, oh, you know what? I should totally read the next Keeper book. So those were going to be all of the books that I planned on reading in June until I just this second very impulsively decided to add Flashback by Shannon Messenger. This is the 7th book in the Keeper of the Lost City series. I read the 6th book this past month and once again totally loved it, and I'm really looking forward to finding out what's going to happen next. This is the book that seems to have the most mixed opinions of anyone who I know reads and loves the series, so I'm curious to see how I'm going to feel about it, but I love these so much. I love elves, I love Sophie, I love their whole group of friends that are trying to change the elven world for the better and prevent this threat from this other group to come to fruition. It's so well written, it's so quick paced, it's so exciting. I just adore this series, so I'm very much looking forward to reading this one. And now those are all of the books that I'm planning on reading in June. It's not a ton of books, but it's a really high page count. So here's hoping that I will put my Nintendo Switch down and focus more on reading this month. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and add another book to my TBR right now, and that is Beach Read by Emily Henry. I pre-ordered that one from Barnes & Noble, and it's on its way here. It should get here like any day now, and I definitely want to read that one in June as well. And now that's really it. Okay. So those are all of the books that I'm planning on reading in June. Let me know what you're planning on reading, or if you've been spending your time in other ways, or if there are any new releases that you're really looking forward to. I hope that you guys are all doing well and staying safe, and that's all that I have for this video, so I will see you soon in a new one. Bye!